Good afternoon. It's my particular delight to invite you to, welcome you, I should say, to the Veski Inspiring Women session for this afternoon. A very innovative event that's going to actually have involvement. You're going to hear expertise from a wide range of our fantastically diverse panellists. I have quite a diverse background myself, but I'm also particularly passionate about making a difference and engaging the STEM agenda through a diverse application. I'm particularly vocal about encouraging gender diversity in my own profession of engineering, which unfortunately is still quite small on the percentage-wise of senior engineers in management. Yes, I'm being relatively political. Correct. Okay, it's atrocious. In terms of the ASX, the top 100 companies in Australia, of all of them, there is only one engineering organisation that I'm aware of that has 50% women in their senior management team. And I'm calling them out because I think they're outstanding, and that's Transurban. All the other ones, no. There might be a couple of percent, 5% normally is a senior sort of side. So that's a real issue in terms of sustainability and diversity of thought at the level of the senior management style. I would now like to invite my delightful panelists up to the stage. Please join me in welcoming them. Now I'd like to tell you who all our panellists are. So Dr. Suzanne Miller, voila. Michelle Gallagher, Jack Walden, Natalie Collard, Dinah Pozzo, and David Farmer. So please join me in welcoming our guests. So let's talk about the topic for today's event. What we really want to do, and what we were actually driven to actually design a program, was to promote yourself and how to market yourself, and not in a, this is about me, this is how I sell myself, really for you to understand what your skills and abilities are and how to leverage that into additional opportunities and promote yourself. I suppose this has also come up in my own experience where if we were looking to appoint senior board members or a variety of things, there is a tendency for guys to put their hand up when they're not quite there in terms of full skill set. But the female population, and unfortunately this is actually true, it happened most recently in a situation I was involved with the board, we had to tap the shoulder of the female person who was just as equivalent and just as good because they didn't put their hand up into that side of things. So still, unfortunately, some of those stereotypes are engendering and profiling, are engendering themselves specifically in the technical industry, and I'm talking about science and engineering side in particular where it seems to be still a strong issue. So what we want to do is give you some great building blocks and some examples from our fantastic panellists about how they've able to build their promotion, build their brand, if you will, got to understand what their value is and then how to leverage that into other opportunities to further go in different areas they might not have thought of before. We're going to want you in this session to start to understand what your talents are and how you can effectively market them so you can absolutely reach your full potential. We want you to learn how to adapt and plan for success. And we realise that marketing yourself or being able to demonstrate what value you can add in certain situation is fundamentally all about confidence and assertiveness in a positive way, not in an arrogant, I'm not listening to other people kind of way. It's really getting to understand, to know what your strengths are and how to maximise. And it's not an easy journey. It's a journey that requires lots of input from lots of different stakeholders, but it can be a learnt skill for those as you develop further in your career, which is fundamental.